Let us journey back to a time when the Nile sung songs of eternity, and the desert held secrets older than the stars. In ancient Egypt, 5,000 years ago, there lived a sage, a man of wisdom, a seer of the soul. His name was Ptahhotep. Ptahhotep was not just a vizier, a servant of Pharaoh, but a servant of truth, of harmony, of Mat, the cosmic order that holds the universe together. And as his hair silvered with the wisdom of age, he penned words that would echo through centuries, words known as the Maxims of Ptahhotep. The first self-help guide, but not written for the ego to inflate, nor for ambition to grow wild like weeds. No, these were words of humility, patience, leadership, and grace. He spoke not to the mind that seeks power, but to the heart that seeks balance. Be silent and listen, he said, for silence is the language of wisdom. It is in stillness that the deepest rivers flow, and it is in patience that the greatest strengths are born. Can you feel it, that ancient echo, calling you to pause, to breathe, to observe? This is Ptahhotep's gift. He spoke of humility, the strength of the wise. Do not be proud because of your knowledge, he warned, for knowledge that boasts is but a shadow. True wisdom bends like the papyrus reed, soft and humble, for it knows that even the grandest tree is shaken by the winds of time and leadership. He saw leadership not as dominion, but as service. A leader is a shepherd, he whispered, not a tyrant, to guide with compassion, to speak with understanding, to listen more than command. This is the way of Ptahhotep. And is it not what the world still craves today? Leaders who lead with love, not fear. But you may ask, what is the relevance of this ancient whisper in today's world of noise and haste? For the soul of humanity has not changed. Though the machines have grown louder and the cities taller, still we seek peace. Still we long for balance. In our lives, Ptahhotep teaches us patience. How many times do we rush, demand, insist? Yet it is the river that carves the mountain, not through force but persistence. To be patient is to trust the rhythm of life. In our relationships, he reminds us of humility. To listen deeply, to accept that we do not know all, that others to hold pieces of the great puzzle. Imagine, just imagine, how our conversations would bloom if we listened more and spoke less. And in leadership, oh, how the world aches for this wisdom. To lead with compassion, to guide with empathy, to understand that authority is not a crown, but a responsibility. Leaders are gardeners, nurturing growth, not hunters seeking prey. So, let Ptahhotep's voice be your guide. Let his ancient words stir your soul. For though the sands of time may cover the body, they cannot bury truth. Wisdom, my friends, is eternal. Be silent, be patient, be humble, lead with love. And in doing so, you walk not only in your own light, but in the timeless glow of ancient wisdom. Beloved ones, in this world of endless words, where voices clash like cymbals and silence is feared, Ptahhotep whispers an ancient truth. The wise man listens. For what is listening? It is not waiting for our turn to speak. It is not a pause before we pour out our opinions. No, listening is an art, a surrender, a sacred openness. It is the patience to receive another's truth without judgment, without haste. It is the stillness of the heart that says, I am here. I hear you, I see you. Ptahhotep knew this. He knew that wisdom is not born from the lips, but from the ears. Not from speaking, but from understanding. He who listens is beloved of the gods, he wrote, for to listen is to embrace humility. It is to say, I do not know all, teach me. And oh, how this ancient wisdom cries out to our modern world. Today, we speak faster than we think. We type before we feel, we interrupt, we assert, we defend. And in doing so, we miss the sacred pause where true connection lives. In relationships, how many misunderstandings would vanish if we truly listened? If we heard not just words, but the silence between them, the longing, the fear, the unsaid. To listen is to love, it is to hold space, to offer the gift of presence. And in leadership, how powerful is the leader who listens, who gathers not just data, but hearts, who seeks not only results but understanding. A true leader is not the one who commands the loudest, but the one who listens the deepest. For it is in listening that solutions are born, that trust is nurtured, that strength is forged. Ptahhotep reminds us, the ear of a man is on his shoulder, that he may hear what is said to him. Meaning, wisdom is not in the head that argues, but in the shoulder that bears the weight of others' words with grace. So, beloved, practice the art of listening. Let your ears be open, not just to words, but to hearts. Listen with patience, listen with humility, listen with love. And you will find that the world softens, relationships deepen, and wisdom blooms like the lotus in still waters. For in the end, the greatest wisdom is not what we speak, but what we understand. So, let us speak of power, not the power that crushes, but the power that uplifts. Not the power born from fear, but the power born from kindness. For Ptahhotep, the ancient sage, knew that true leadership is not a fist clenched in control, but a hand extended in compassion. He lived in an age of pharaohs, of towering monuments and silent commands, yet Ptahhotep saw a deeper truth. He taught that strength is not measured by how loudly you command, but by how gently you lead. Kindness is a staff that does not break, he said, because fear builds empires of sand, but kindness builds bridges of stone. In his wisdom, leadership was not domination, but devotion. The one who listens, the one who respects, the one who is patient, he is the true leader, not the loudest voice, but the calmest heart, not the sharpest sword, but the softest word. And how strange this sounds to our modern ears, trained to chase dominance, to seek control. Success today is measured in victories, in numbers, in strength. Yet Ptahhotep whispers, what is strength if it leaves only silence behind? What is victory if it breeds fear? Imagine a leader who guides with kindness, who listens before they speak, who respects even the smallest voice. That is not weakness, my friends, that is courage. For it takes courage to lead with love when the world expects authority. It takes strength to be patient when others rush for results. And it takes wisdom to know that respect is not demanded but earned, not by force, but by understanding. Ptahhotep knew that the strongest leaders are those who lift others, who create harmony, who guide not with fear, but with trust. This is not just ancient wisdom, it is eternal truth. In businesses, in families, in friendships, those who lead with kindness build lasting legacies. For fear may win obedience, but it cannot win hearts. Only kindness can do that, so let us redefine success. Let it not be the tallest tower or the loudest applause, but the depth of trust, the grace of patience, the quiet power of compassion. This is the leadership Ptahhotep taught, and it is the leadership the world still craves. Lead with kindness, rule with patience, build with respect, and you will find that true power is not what you hold over others, but the love you cultivate within them. Such is the ancient way, and such is the timeless truth.